So I've been using the Z6 III since it first came out. I thought it might be a fun camera to test around to use as a B cam for my Sony A7S III, and it quickly replaced it as my main camera. That's not to say the A7S III isn't fantastic, but I'm really enjoying using this Nikon Z6 III. But that's not to say that this isn't lacking some features that I would love. There's 5 things that I kind of wanted to talk about real quick that I think would make this the perfect camera for me. Some of them I feel like should be implemented in every single like modern day prosumer camera. So let's just get straight into the list. I don't want this to take too terribly long, but the first one that honestly I think every single camera brand should be implementing into their cameras, and Panasonic already does this, but it's open gate. So Panasonic and Blackmagic have been doing open gate for a while now. I really think it's kind of dumb that not all camera brands are doing this at the moment. It just seems like a really obvious feature and something that you could implement with firmware. I'm not a camera manufacturer though, so I don't know the ins and outs of how that would work. I feel like it should just be a firmware update that you could throw to let your camera use the entire sensor. The A7S III had a DCI 4K firmware update, and they were able to pull that off. So I feel like OpenGate is a no-brainer, and all manufacturers should add that to their cameras. I feel like there's no excuse at this point, but whatever. Number 2 is shutter angle. This is also another feature that I think camera brands should be adding to all of their cameras from here on out. As we become a world that's more focused on video, I think having shutter angle as an option is really helpful. I can't tell you how many times where I've forgotten to change my shutter speed when changing my frame rate, and it'd be really nice if camera brands would start adding this feature to their cameras. Shutter angle just makes things so much easier, and when you are a one-person film crew, a 1 to 2 person film crew, and you have to remember all of the settings, that's just one more thing that you have the possibility of forgetting. So obviously it's a huge thing and you should always be checking your shutter speed, but sometimes in fast moving environments, you're changing frame rates, you're changing locations, some things get missed. So if you have shutter angle, that's one less thing for the small crews to worry about. And that's who's gonna be using this camera anyway. So I think shutter angle is like a no-brainer as well. The third thing is the flicker fix. I don't see it that much, but it is there, and the thought that it could appear in one of my projects is kind of scary. I don't think it ever will, because I take my time and I expose correctly, and so I've never had any issues with it on my actual videos. Now the flicker issue is not something that I'm too terribly worried about, honestly. If I was, I wouldn't be using this camera for everything, but it would be really nice not to have it looming over my head. Number 4, their display assist LUT in camera is horrendous. So that needs to be remedied. I feel like also you could do that with a firmware update. I'm not 100% sure, but if they could give us at least a display assist fix, that would be awesome. If they could include the red LUTs in camera, that would be super cool. I don't care that much. I usually shoot with an external monitor, but in the event that I need to use my display, I never used their gamma display assist, just because whatever LUT they have loaded in there is really bad. Like it literally makes your footage look so blown out that it would be unusable. So you expose down out of fear that you're gonna be overblown. Then you get into post and everything is like super dark and you're like, I messed up because of this stupid LUT that makes everything look so overexposed. Anyway, I'll finish that rant. I think that's the 4th thing that they need to fix. If they added 4, just those 4, I think it would be pretty close to the perfect camera. But if I was getting everything I wished for, there's one more feature that I would love to see, and that is Anamorphic D Squeeze. Anamorphic lenses are getting super popular and super affordable these days. This is my Sue-Ray. I have a 35 and a 100 mil, hoping to pick up a couple more. So with lenses like these, and with lenses like the Blazar Remus coming out, the new Katos, and other brands of affordable anamorphics, I think camera brands need to start catering to this anamorphic support. People love the look of anamorphic, and now that it's becoming more affordable, I think we should include it. Like I said earlier, I shoot with a monitor most of the time, so this isn't a huge issue for me, and I can understand why they would leave them out. Having a 1.6 times D squeeze on a screen this small, you can barely see anything. It'd be hard to get focus, but it would be better than looking at it stretched. So if that were an option, that would be great, but this is definitely not a make or break one. If the Z6 III got those 5 features, I think that would make it the perfect camera for me, but I don't know, maybe there are some features that you guys are looking for that I haven't thought of before. If so, let me know in the comments. And I just wanted to let you guys know that the reason I'm not filming this video on the Z6 III is not because you're over there on the A7S III, it's because I picked up another new camera. So give me your best guess down in the comments below what you think the new camera is that I got. And maybe we'll do a video on it. Thanks for taking the time to watch this. I know it was super quick, and I don't know, I just kind of want to open up a discussion and see what you guys think. But yeah, that's kind of my opinion. So I'm gonna dip ski, and I'll catch y'all boys later. Deuces.